Hi, I'm A.C.Strange, and this is the Bad Movie Show, episode 25, The Christmas Show. So I love Christmas, and I love horror movies, so I live for Christmas horror movies. Did you know that there are more Christmas-themed horror movies than there are Halloween ones? So I'm going to give you my holiday horror movie tradition. The 3 movies I watch every Christmas. So I'm very excited. So let's get started, okay? First up, I have Santa's Sleigh, 2005, rated R, Lionsgate Home Entertainment. Written and directed by David Steinman, starring Bill Goldberg and Robert Culp. In this, Santa Claus is not the jolly old soul that we know him as. He's actually, in this movie, the son of Satan. And once upon a time, you know, Santa used to kill and demolish and cause all kinds of destruction until one day he was tricked by an angel, okay? And he loses the bet, and he has to spend the next 1,000 years making the Day of Sleighs into the Day of Joy, which becomes Christmas. So we start with the 1,000 years being over, okay? And Santa Claus comes to Hell Township to finish what he started, you know? And he starts killing everybody he comes in contact with. The only hope that Hell Township has is a boy named Nicky, his really strange grandpa who knows all about Santa, and his gun-loving girlfriend, Mary Mac. Okay? In this is kind of like funny, and well, actually it's very funny, but they have lots of Christmas stuff in it. Like they even have a little claymation part where they tell the story about Santa, which I love. And they have lots of themes, like lots of heavily Christmas themes, like Santa kills people with a candy cane, menorah, gifts. Just, he's outrageous. And in this, Santa is hottie, hon. Santa is a hottie patati and tough and mean. Hon, he goes into a strip club and calls the dancers some ho-ho-hos before he kills everybody. It's just nuts. I love this movie. I adore this movie. This started my crush on Santa. Okay? This is very funny, but the kills are gnarly. You know, he kills people with turkey. He's just outrageous and kick-ass. I love this movie. I'm going to give this a 4. And see this. This is fun. I love this movie. I get all excited like I'm watching a Saturday morning cartoon. I'm like, yay, Santa! He kicks butt. I love him in that. So, next up, I have Black Christmas, unrated, 2006, Dimension Films. Based on a screenplay by Ray Moore. Screenplay is directed by Glenn Morgan, starring Michelle Trachtenberg, Mary Elizabeth Winstead, and Andrea Martin. Now, this is a remake, okay? Put the original, the 1970s horror movie starring Margot Kidder, Black Christmas. It's worth watching. Put it on your list. But this is the remake of that. And this is Christmas Eve, and we're at the sorority house of the girls of Alpha Kappa, and they're getting together to unwrap presents and drink, and they're being plagued by horrifying prank calls, okay, that scare the living crap out of them. And they're also sitting around the fire and listening to the story of Billy Lenz, who had once lived in the house that they're in. He was a yellow boy whose mother hated him, and he witnessed the death of his father. His mom killed his dad on Christmas. He witnesses the whole thing. Then she locks him in the attic, and years later he comes down on Christmas, kills his family, and eats his mom. The girls are basically, you know, scared to death and trying to get out of the house, but they're not safe, not inside the house, not outside the house. And the girls, they just keep on finding their sorority sisters hacked up without their eyeballs. This is creepy. and pretty gnarly. You know, it's constant and unrelenting. Alright? Very, very holiday themed. There's lots of lights and wreaths and snow and Christmas music, which, you know, makes it scarier, I think, because it has the traditional Christmas music and the people that die. This is very good and very creepy, a great remake, and I'm going to give this a 4 and a bite. Alright, we like this. This is scary and worth seeing. I think it's one of the best remakes I've seen, so it's worth checking out. Okay. Last but certainly not least, Silent Night, Deadly Night. Unrated 1984, Anchor Bay Entertainment. Written by Michael Hickey, directed by Charles S. Salyer Jr., starring, well, introducing Robert Brian Wilson as Billy. We meet a little boy, Billy, who on Christmas with his parents and his brother go to see his grandpa in a mental facility. And while the parents are gone, Grandpa talks to Billy and scares the living crap out of him by telling him that Santa punishes the naughty. And on the way home, a man dressed as Santa pulls over the car, attacks Billy's parents, kills his dad, rapes and murders his mom while Billy is watching. Years later, Billy and his brother grow up in this orphanage where the nuns just re-traumatize poor Billy over and over again over Christmas. Then we meet him again as an adult. He is strong, good-looking, polite, nice, very courteous, and he gets a job at a toy store, which he likes very much and he's good at until around Christmas time, where he starts to lose it, and he's forced to play Santa on Christmas Eve. So poor Billy starts to do, you know, as Santa, starts to do what he thinks Santa does, and that's go from house to house, punishing the naughty by killing them the most brutal way he can possibly think of. I have to tell you that this movie still scares the living crap out of me. I just watched this recently for the review, and it scared me. And the reason being is, in this movie, like most serial killer movies, the killers kind of like it. They're into it. They're a little crazy. They do it for their own reasons. In this one, Billy does it because he thinks that's what Santa does. So it brings a little more, you know, intensity to the movie. It scares the living crap out of me. So for that, I'm going to give it a 4.5, and this is worth putting in your collection. I know there are many sequels, and they just did a remake, which I'll get to eventually, but I want to talk about this, because we watch this every year, and this scares the bejesus out of me. So that's it for me tonight. You must know at least one Christmas movie that I need to see. Let me know about it, please. And have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and thank you for watching. This is Bad Movie Show, and I'm A.C.Strange. Have a good night.